Former UNLF chief R.K. Meghand sentenced to 10 years rigorous imprisonment. JCILPS 13-hour cease work hits live in several parts of the valley. Educational institutions, markets remain closed. CPI candidate of Ward number 27, Memsana, demands recounting of votes and not to issue election certificate to Congress candidate. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime News, and I'm Kishore Chandra Wangkimcha with the top stories and latest news till this hour of the day. A National Investigation Agency NIA court has convicted former UNLF chief R.K. Meghand alias Sanaya Ahmed to 10-year rigorous imprisonment. According to Imphal Times, National Investigative Agency Special Court Guwahati announced 7 to 10-year imprisonment of 17 other members of the proscribed group who were arrested in relation to the case of proscribed group. R.K. Meghand along with 17 other members were charged sheeted by NIA for waging war against the Indian Union in 2010. R.K. Meghand was reportedly arrested by a team of NIA on November 30, 2010 from Motuhari in Bihar near the India-Nepal border. Since then, he has been detained in NIA custody in Guwahati. Before the former chairman of UNLF was arrested, 11 members of the group were arrested and more after the investigation. The 13-hour cease work called by JCILPS affected life today in several parts of the valley. Joint Committee on Inner Line Permit System called for 13-hour cease work in protest against the withholding of the assent by the President of India to the Protection of Manipur People Bill 2015 passed by the Manipur State Assembly on August 31 last year. The Joint Committee has imposed the cease work from 5 a.m. till 6 p.m. today. Educational institutions, markets, shops, business establishments remain closed in many parts of Imphal. All shops in two important markets in the capital, Pauna and Thangal market, remain closed. Reports said protesters forced women vendors to stop their business for the day in Imma Kaithel. Inter-district passenger services were suspended due to the cease work. Only a few private vehicles were seen plying on roads. Meanwhile, the police personnel kept a strict vigil to prevent any untoward incidents. Indigenous People Association of Kangla IPAC said if the state government had earlier informed the people that the President of India has not given his assent to the Manipur People's Protection Bill, the ongoing agitation to implement inner line permit system in the state could have taken another direction. Addressing media persons today at office of IPAC at Kaisampad, the chairman of Indigenous People Association of Kangla IPAC, Saponcha Jadumani, stated that the President of India could have given his assent to the Manipur People's Protection Bill if Chief Minister Okrami Bobi Singh went to Delhi and explained the bills as soon as they were passed by the Assembly last year to the President. Jadumani also questioned why inner line permit system cannot be extended in the state while neighboring states of Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram have implemented inner line permit system. He also stated that the bills should not affect the unity and integrity of the state. He also maintained that it will be better to join the movement of Northeast Students Organization demanding implementation of inner line permit system in the entire Northeast region. 8 lakh people from Nepal, Bangladesh and Myanmar have entered the state, while 2 lakh people from mainland India have entered the state. At this critical juncture, it will be effective to implement Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873. The state cabinet has taken decision twice regarding Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873 on June 12, 2012 and June 12, 2013.
Issue si Manipur ki simi tami gi apun ba issue ohen ba mathau tai indigi akai bo ro taragadi ekhoi mai won hong mathau tai Manipur gi hong kan gi hai taragadi apun ba gi oiba movement ama sagalakanda handak North East Student Organization na changeleba North East leba state tarian mak inner line pump system chanhan gi dabani hai ba gi movement si da samjalakanda 2012 among 13 da low give a warep Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873 a seminar lower can the center Tadana labor pending to report implement on with the Makasatana center the air but long with the Sangan Mamatuta.
Residents of Langul Game Village blocked roads in Langul area in support of the 13-hour cease work called by JCILPS today in demand of conversion of 3 bills to an act. Members of Human Resource and Youth Development Organization Langol Ningthau Mamang Lekai, Welfare Organization of Langol Ningthau Lekai, and residents of Langol Type 2, Type 3, Langol Lamkai, and Langol Lai Manai blocked Shizai Hospital Road by burning tires and placing logs and poles in the middle of the road. Protesters also shouted slogans such as convert the 3 bills passed by the Assembly to an act, revoke wanted tag on Khomram Ratan immediately. Women of Nahabam Lekai, Guru Aribam Lekai blocked all Tumbutung Road in support of the 13-hour cease work called by JCLPS today. Women protesters were infuriated by the attitude of the police personnel who not only dispersed the women who were blocking the road but also used profanities against the women protesters. Women protesters even claimed that police assaulted a women protester during the commotion. Any traffic movement was prevented along the Old Tumbutong Road connecting Imphal East and Imphal West, except for essential services.
yengba da yamna nungai taba hawtong mongda torga khoi ai masak khangdri phujalo rabo haiba dagi khari wa ko kasi phat phat ka salaga he to khundokpa karai dagi no ma tension namala aga khoi da taina badong no toba adagi file bhoba turen da thadaramba adagi nupi masa se mo masa ka se mukna dana amphok thokhidri ba khoi sida smaina yamna peaceful ba mong sida moina bhoba akhoi support to bidraga de khoi se kanana support to bidoino ba yamna nungai te ba malekai ma sensu ma sene.
Members of Kairao Bitra Punbamaira Paibilub also supported the 13-hour cease work called by JCILPS and staged sit-in, formed human chain and shouted slogans demanding ILPS in Manipur at Kairao Bitra Panthobi Kaithil. Locals of Irilbung Machahal also blocked Imphal Irilbung Road at Irilbung Bridge. Personnel of Irilbung Police Station camp and attempted to prevent road blockade, during which a major commotion broke out between the protesters and the police. Police had to fire tear gas shells after protesters pelted stones and put the situation under control. Protesters staged a sit-in at Wangkai, Kongba, Bamon Kampu, Kongba Uchekon Kunau, Kongba Khetri Lekai, Kongman Zone 3, demanding ILPS in Manipur as well. Two market complexes in Yairipog were also shut down in support of the JCLPS 13-hour cease work. People took out protests by blocking the Yairipog bridge and shouted slogans demanding implementation of ILP. Roads were also blocked at Yairipog, Bishnunaha, Kekru and Bamon Lekai. Now, the JC formed against the brutal assault of Taurambam Tarini of Uripok Subor Tingeled by police, blocked Uripok Kangchup Road and staged a sit-in in support of the 13-hour cease work called by the JCILPS. JC also warned of intense agitation if wanted tagged labeled against the former convener of JCILPS, Khomram Ratan, is not withdrawn immediately. JC members braved the rain and prevented all kinds of vehicles from plying on the road, including security forces. Convener of the JC, Mutum Ibemhal, told IPAC News that the role of the state government in the implementation of inner-line permit system in the state is suspicious. She also questioned the motive behind declaration of Khomram Ratan wanted and condemned the silence maintained by the government on Taurambam Tarini's demand of punishment of police personnel involved in her assault. Taurambam Ombi Tarini was not produced in the court today as the district and the session judge Cherab Court did not turn up. This would have been her second appearance in the court. Tarini has been on fast since May 9. Large number of women stormed the court complex and demanded the arrest of the police personnel involved in the assault of Tarini and implementation of inner-line permit system in the state. Taurambam Ombi Tarini from Uripok, Gopalji Laikai suffered a fractured hand when she was allegedly assaulted by police during ILPS protest on May 8. The next day, she underwent fast protesting police action. Tarini was arrested by police under IPC Section 309, attempt to commit suicide on May 11. Fast unto death by Subhas Maibam demanding ILPS in the state completed 5-day today. General Secretary of Nainasang Club Tera Laukrapam Laikai Subhas Maibam said he began his fast unto death from the 4th of this month against non-conversion of the 3 bills to an act. Arrest of 5 KSF volunteers, accusation on former JCLPS convener Khondram Ratan, and arrest of student protesters. Meanwhile, the club members and locals are maintaining a strict vigil as the health condition of Subhas is deteriorating. The returning officer today handed over the certificate of election to the newly elected corporators and ward development members of Imphal Municipal Corporation from Imphal West at DC Complex at Lamphel. The certificate of election for corporators and ward development members of Imphal East had already been issued. It may be mentioned that Indian National Congress won 12 seats, Bharatiya Janata Party 10 seats, and Independent 5 seats in the recent Imphal Municipal Corporation election. Spokesperson of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee N. Biren yesterday claimed that the Congress will form the corporation with the support of 3 independent members. The Communist Party of India CPI candidate of Imphal Municipal Corporation Ward number 27, Soiraisam Memsana, has demanded recounting of votes of some polling booth in the ward number 27 and submitted written request in this regard to the Secretary, State Election Commission, Chief Election Officer and Returning Officer. Speaking to media at her house at Uripok Kulem Lekai, Memsana said counting of votes for ward number 27 began at around 4 p.m. yesterday, and a counting of polling booth number 27/7, which is the home polling booth of her rival INC candidate Hirojit Ngangom, were counted last without any reason. She said the returning officer declared the winner from the ward number 27 and all her counting agents came out of the counting hall. Memsana maintained that after about half an hour, the returning officer nullified the earlier result and declared that INC candidate Hirojit won by 8 votes. Some of her counting agents rushed back to the office of the returning officer and inquired about the result. The returning officer stated that due to a complaint from the INC candidate, votes were recounted for some booth without the counting agents of CPI candidate. Soiraisam Memsana appealed for recounting of these booths and not to issue election certificate to INC candidate NG Hirojit until then.
Recheck I say Karamaina Taukibano Hypesu, Aquida knowledge and Paul Holder, recheck Tonabagi the Mutakoki High, recheck over di Tarabadi, let me Nariba, Councillor candidate Kudingi agency Yapam Tui, Aquida Karimata without any information. Makona recheck Tore, Adugo, Hujiki High River and Sigi candidate as in the Nipan Helaga Kai Habasida, Penjada Badagi, Asumbo, or the Padavanam Takto was Sidagi, Akoi, Amuhana, recount of you. Like report adu aseng ba ma khangna nabagi dang ta dugi chance pibiu haidana akoina application thajabani aduga loina na Hirojit hairiba NC candidate asida election certificate ase issue tawbikhiganu.
General Secretary of CPI Manipur State Council Dr. M. Narik questioned the validity of recounting of votes without the presence of counting agents of all the contesting candidates. Narik said the incident clearly showed manipulation of the election, which is unacceptable, and legal procedure will be taken regarding the unfortunate incident.
Party na tumin na leithoy masidi legally ju fight tawgani aduga morally ju fight tawgani karamba makhan gi elship angang masa hekta khulakta college gi election sunatana. They cannot manipulate. Sidi manipulation gi room si phajana leram. How can they behave like this? Maramaduna Sigi Chana Pathabase, Koi Prajana Yabam Tokte, Ayuzi Unazagani, Moidesu, Carmina Tauri Buno Porse, Masidi, Sumaishum Tauradi, Chana could Kani.
Meanwhile, Secretary of State Election Commission Manipur Radharani Mutum has forwarded the lead letter of the CPI candidate S. Memsana Devi of Ward number 27 requesting for recounting of ballot papers and not to issue the certificate of election to the returning officer Lamphel. Now, Observation Committee of 15th, the Great June Uprising Unity Day today appealed to Hill-based organization to call off the proposed 10-day economic blockade starting from midnight of June 9 in view of the June 18, the Great June Uprising Day observation. Speaking to media person at the office of Amuko at Kuakaitil, chairman of the Observation Committee, Elangbon Johnson said the prevailing situation of the state has already hindered the preparation for the observance of June 18 and sudden announcement for abundant blockade may cause serious inconveniences in the observance. Johnson also appealed to all communities living in the state to take part in the June 18 observance.
June 18 Thoramase Pangthunabo Honabada ꯈꯨꯗꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ ꯂꯥꯎꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯤ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯊꯤꯡꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯄ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯈꯔ ꯌꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯔꯤꯂꯦꯛꯁ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯅꯤꯡꯁꯤꯡꯖꯔꯤ ꯆꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯂꯨꯐ ꯈꯔꯅ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯗꯥꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠ 10ꯅꯤꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯠ ꯑꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯔꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯃꯅꯨꯡ ꯍꯟꯖꯤꯟꯕ ꯖꯒꯥꯁꯤꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯃꯄꯥꯟꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯗꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯊꯧꯔꯝꯁꯤꯗꯩꯁꯤꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯌꯦꯠꯄ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯂꯩꯇꯅꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯛꯇꯒꯤ ꯍꯟꯗꯣꯛꯄꯤꯅꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯕꯖꯔꯕꯦꯁꯟ ꯀꯃꯤꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯄꯤꯜ ꯁꯤꯃꯒ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯤ.
Joint Action Committee Against Anti-Tribal Bills and Outer Manipur Tribals Forum (OMTF) in a joint meeting today decided to impose 24-hour total shutdown in all tribal areas of Manipur starting from midnight tonight, June 8, in protest against the use of excessive force against unarmed tribal protesters at Manipur Bhavan, New Delhi last night. They were protesting against the 3 bills passed by the Manipur State Assembly outside the Manipur Bhavan when Delhi police baton charged them, injuring many. A press release issued by the JC against anti-tribal bills said during the shutdown, medical services and emergencies, airport pickup and drop, electricity department, telecom service, water supply, ongoing school college exams, pre-planned conferences, seminar and weddings will be exempted. Andhra MLA T.H. Shyamkumar has refuted the allegation made against him by former Wangkhem MLA Dr. Nimai Chan Luang. Dr. Nimai Chan Luang has accused MLA Shyamkumar of misappropriating about rupees 34 lakh worth of rice under the National Food Security Act. Refuting the allegations by the former MLA, Shyamkumar told the media that DC Imphal East issued an order stating that the beneficiaries of Andhra AC Assembly constituency can collect the FSA cards at Soibam Laikai Community Hall. The MLA said as none came to collect the cards, he collected the cards and handed over to fair priced agents. He clarified that no rice has been issued till now.
Fair price so ki agency da casting phangan bado madu egi duty ni serin hakpam imai chan singna sumba yimpham yaudaba sas mayama tawbasi yam laibak thibani sumna asengba accurate oiba number do hainba pami andro kendra dagi siri nimai chan si food security act sigi koi agent loina hapeng asidagi ai side dagi adar mana thakuning sek to we yani ai baton tawjarake fajana ko public platform ma da wa ngangu su yani mana hai myam si sumbe hairagadi ai any prajana piba dandi do idum lawgani adu karingumba masina karingumba sumba arama prajama media ki thongda ayu mingcha thinaba amadi andro kendra ki prajasum mingcha thinaba summa totopomsti koi aingi thongda lemna kakthar.
Let's take a short commercial break. We'll be back in a short while. Keep watching Impact News.
Admission open.
Position holders kaya puthokraba.
National Excellence Awards for Schools Panglaba, Brazilian Institute of Sciences School Moirangkom Imphalda
2016-17 session ge 11 science da ming chanan aba form thaba hokjari.
Pangliba maki matungina khudong chaba sing pijari. OBC, MOBC, SC, ST singi khudong chaba sing thamjari. Brazilian Institute of Sciences Moirangkom Imphal.
Admission open. 6 months foundation plus C8 course 11 science and humanities. Intact capacity 25 students per class. Class commences on Monday 20th June 2016. For details contact Gurukul, Kaisamthong Hodam Lerak Maning Airport Road Imphal in between 6 am to 9 am and 3:30 pm to 7:30 pm.
Build your success BYS Palace Compound Machalema School.
16 metric parikha da 6% taba ngamdarakpasi ima ba amsung BYS coaching institute animakta credit cpjani BYS ki hostel da lejadana BYS ki foundation chu revision course animak yawarga mai pa ko singamdarakibani.
Admission is going on.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime News. Manipur Students Federation has asked Manipur University and colleges not to select students for admission on mark basis and to have minimum cut-off marks. Speaking to media person at its office, MSF Vice President Kundrakpam Max asked the college authorities to conduct entrance tests to admit students to the colleges instead of selecting them on the basis of marks they secured in their class 10 and 12 examinations. He also appealed to the Manipur University Authority to conduct entrance to admit students instead of selecting them on the basis of marks they secured in the graduation.
Manipur da college sing da lawdoriba graduation tambagi parikha da sara singna fanglaki ba 10 12 mark ta count obiganu habdi mark basis khanbiganu pangthokodoriba entrance test da ana khanbiyu entrance test da minimum kramak thambiyu loinana Manipur University lawba MA gi parikha da ju master tamai parikha da ju mereduna ꯐꯪꯂꯛꯈꯤꯕ 10 12 ꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯖꯨꯑꯦꯁꯟ ꯃꯥꯔꯛꯇ ꯀꯥꯎꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯖꯨꯑꯦꯠꯅ ꯐꯣꯝ ꯂꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯍꯟꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯑꯦꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯥꯟꯁ ꯗꯦꯠꯇꯨꯗ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯃꯝ ꯀꯠ ꯃꯥꯔꯛ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ MSN ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯅꯤꯡꯕꯗꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯅ MSFꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯊꯧꯔꯝꯗ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯃꯠꯇꯅ ꯅꯥꯊꯩꯗꯨꯅ ꯆꯠꯄꯤꯒꯅꯨ.
Kuki Students Organization in a press release expressed gratitude to Works Minister KSH Biren and PWD National Highway 2 for repairing the collapsed road near Technopole Police Station along National Highway 102 due to landslide. The release also urged the government to repair the said portion of the highway permanently. A sit-in was held at Kaisampat Laimajam Laikai Community Hall today to protest the planting of bomb at the residence of Laishram Arun of Kaisampat Laimajam Laikai on June 5. The sit-in was organized by Laimajam Laikai Manning Women's Welfare Center, Imphal Rising Club and Sega Road Welfare Club. Various placards like condemn planting of bomb at people's house, we want peace, don't scare public were displayed at the sit-in. Kairak Makha Social Welfare Club Secretary Muhammad Sahabuddin has termed a statement made by Muhammad Atabur Rahman of Sangayumpam Part 1 in media as false and fabricated. At a press meet held in Kairak Muslim, Muhammad Sahabuddin said Atabur Rahman's statement in the media that after assaulting him, locals of Kairak Muslim snatched gold, mobile phones and damaged his house is totally wrong and baseless. He said Kairak Makha Social Welfare Club, Social Youth Development Association and Mairapaibi appeal to the authorities to take legal action against Atabur Rahman for creating tension in the peaceful areas. 4 Assam Regiment of 26th Sector Assam Rifles has completed the construction and renovation of Integrated Education Hub at T. Nampao in Chandil district. In a press release, the PRO Assam Rifles says the Integrated Education Hub at T. Nampao of Khengjoi subdivision has emerged as a center of quality education up to class 7 and has been equipped with boarding as well as day scholar facilities. This is the only school in the village on Indo-Myanmar border and is attended by 161 students, including 13 students from Myanmar. The Director of Fisheries Manipur today liberated 40,000 advanced fish fingerlings of different varieties, including state fish pengba, into the Kangla mode in a fish fingerlings liberation program. A 30-member team of India-Myanmar-Thailand Friendship Car Rally 2016 from Thailand reached Imphal today. The team in 9 cars left Thailand and reached Myanmar yesterday. The team left Myanmar at around 10 a.m. and reached Imphal. The team arrived at Hotel Laxmi, Waihemam Lekai at around 2 p.m. After getting refreshed at the Hotel Laxmi, the team left for Arunachal Pradesh around 3 p.m. The team comprises participants from Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Nagaland and Assam. The car rally started from Itanagar on May 22.
We had a car rally on 2012. It was only with Indo-Myanmar Friendship Car Rally. But this time we extended with 3 country nations to reach the celebrating 25 years of India and ASEAN relations. We see lots of prospect because already the connectivity between Myanmar and Thailand already upgraded. All the roads from Mesot to Yangon it's upgraded. It is a good road. So now we have to develop our road to make the 2 country and ASEAN through Myanmar. It will be very grateful for the future.
Bharat Swabhiman and Patanjali Yoga Samiti Manipur is opening a number of yoga centers in the state so that citizens can get the benefits of yoga. Patanjali Yoga Samiti Manipur head Dr. Nomaithang Rajendra gave this information at a press meet held in connection with the International Day of Yoga to be held on June 21. Dr. Rajendra said the second International Day of Yoga will be held in 4 places in valley districts and 2 in hill districts. He said under the supervision of Patanjali Yoga Samiti, Haridwar, 1 yoga center will be opened in every village.
Anagama Patanjali Yoga Kharana State Asigi Head Office Ki Pau Haidi Ayaba Permission Yaudana Sien Tanbagi Monda Hoji Laknabasu Lakpayai Madu Hekoigi Bharat Swabhiman Trust Patanjali Yoga Samiti Ki Object Ki Wangada Laibana Madu Koina recognized Tauroy Yoga came Wigadaba Mafam the Moina Sendalambio in a Sinabado Bharat Swabhiman Trust Patanjali Yoga Samiti Ki ꯑꯣꯕꯖꯦꯛꯇꯤꯚꯀꯤ ꯋꯥꯡꯃꯗ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯦꯕ.
Now, news from the world of sports. YDCC Kairao Bitra will clash SDC Samurao in the final of the first state level 7 assigned under 45 kg boys football tournament. In the semi-final matches played today, YDCC Kairao Bitra beat SWECA Thiam 1-0, while SDC Samurao beat TFC Langtabal 3-1 to book a berth in the final. 14 teams are competing in the tournament organized by the Young Development Center Club Kairao Bitra at its ground. The final match will be played on 11th of this month. And now, before we wind up, here's a quick reminders of the headlines once again. Former UNLF Chief R.K. Meghan sentenced to 10-year rigorous imprisonment. JCILP's 13-hour seas work hits live in several parts of the valley. Educational institutions' markets remain closed. CPI candidate of Ward number 27, Mem Sana, demands recounting of votes and not to issue election certificate to Congress candidate. An observation committee of Great June Uprising Unity Day appeals to Hill-based organization to call off the proposed 10-day economic blockade.